What's going on? What's going on? I Hate Average Podcast back with another week, another episode. Last week was crazy. It was a lot of fun. We spoke with Jess Hayes, DTF Radio, Lyrically Live show. Every Friday, check them out. Great, cool conversation speaking with her on her start and her passions and seeing that it's motivating that seeing her. She's been doing the show 5 or 6 years now, and she still has the same passion, the same drive to help out indie artists and see them succeed and give them exposure. And she gives them advice. Definitely very inspiring. She gave me a little bit of advice also, and I appreciate that. This week, another great guest, someone also who's giving me some advice, Jason Bourne. This guy, he's been everywhere. If you check him out on Instagram, he's hosting events. He's helping artists out with their PR. He's also a writer. So check out this cool conversation to have with Jason Bourne. And artists, hit him up if you need some services or you just need some consultation. Definitely a cool guy. Check out Jason Bourne. Jason Bourne, what's going on, man? How's everything?
I'm good, man. What's going on? How are you, Jay? I'm coolin'.
I'm chilling, man. Same here, man. So how you been, man? How's business?
Business is good, man. I feel like every day is a blessing, so I'm never one to complain. You won't catch me talking about how bad nothing is. Everything is good, man. Opportunities coming, family's healthy, everybody's good around me, so I'm good.
Definitely, man. And the year's coming to an end. The holidays is coming.
Yeah.
So I see you had a busy year, man. So how's things been, man? How was your year?
My year was good, but it's funny. I was just talking with my brother, Sin the Saint. Yesterday we was really reflecting. It's been a good year. I feel like I've gotten some good opportunities. I met some great people. Learned a lot of things. Got a chance to showcase my skill set, my talent. My personality. So the year's been good. I feel like everything's going in an upward trajectory. So I'm grateful for that.
Definitely, man. So when did you get started with how did you get started in the public eye and in media and hosting and all that?
Well, I've always been, kind of like a decent writer.
Okay.
Going back to school, I've always been, I have been blessed to be on the honor roll and, be able to articulate and communicate. My uncle Mike, at a certain point in my life, he would inspire me to grab the pen and start jotting down different ideas, business wise and things like that he had. I also, started to see that blogging was becoming really prevalent. It's something I got introduced to by CJ. CJ, shout out to CJ. She's
Okay.
from She's from London. She put me onto the blogging game, helped me get my feet wet, and as I just kept writing more and promoting myself, other doors opened, and then another avenue opened with Parlay Magazine to get the opportunity to actually write for a publication
Wow,
and
it's
to
big.
and to see my work published. And I was super grateful for that. Shout out to Kevin Benoit.
Wow.
And then the more I would just go around, with Parlay, I got the opportunity to interview, what you would call celebrities or successful individuals. So I got to learn from them, documenting their story, but learning, what I'm saying, admiring their work, admiring the work of those around them, seeing how dots got connected and brands got promoted and marketed. And, what I'm saying, I started to fall in love with public relations. So, being a dual threat as the media and the person who pitches to the media, I just saw that as my niche.
Yeah, and that's a strong niche. So, what's something like clients? What's something that you feel you provide that the average PR or media person doesn't provide?
I know a lot of people that do great work, so I'm never really the type to compare myself, but I know that for me, something that I provide is like an understanding.
Yeah,
I work with a lot of up and coming individuals, and a lot of people in the indie lane. And as artists, I can relate to them, because as a writer, I feel like I'm an artist, I'm a creative. Just as a person, I feel like I relate to them, their stories. I've been through a lot of things myself, so just being a part of the process of them trying to get their story to the world. I feel like I provide an understanding and a little bit maybe of an example of how to do it, because
Yeah.
I've actually done it for myself in terms of, being a nobody in the room and just, and taking advantage of the opportunity to meet people and network and promote myself and pitch myself to people. I
Yeah.
feel like, the time that we live in, that's where the hustle comes from. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
You have to project, you have to pitch yourself, you have to be consistent in terms of what you're selling, what you want people to understand and know. You know what I'm saying? Content to me is very important. So I feel like I provide that understanding of being able to help them do that.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I'm not gonna say that other publicists don't do it, but I know that that's what my niche and
Of course.
kind of what I stick to on my side.
Of course. So what's some of the I see you getting a lot, like you said, you're in a lot of rooms and you're meeting, doing a lot of networking. What's some tips that you would give to someone that's like an artist that's just they just got it, just came out of the studio, they got
Hmm.
a pretty good record that they feel could be a hit. Like what's some tips you give to get themselves to get help them get themselves out there?
Meet as many people as you can. They have this, this cliche, your elevator pitch. I feel like everybody should have that. In like 2.2 seconds, you should be able to explain who you are, what you do, why you do it. And then, it's about consistency. It's like for me, I'm writing every day, I'm posting every day. I try not to take no days off. I try to, approach every opportunity. I believe in shooting my shot. Even with me and you, I just saw you online doing your thing. I researched it and I reached out to you like, hey, this is my name, this is what I do. Can I share my credentials with you for possible opportunity? I feel like that's the key right there. You know what I mean? To communicate with people and present yourself. You know what I'm saying? Take every opportunity is like going for a job. You know what I mean? When they say, tell us about yourself, you got to be able to go right into it. You know what I mean? And so I
Sure.
think that's, that's like the key I would give them, and just consistency. You know what I mean? We live in a time where it's like a record could be hot for 1 week, and then it's like next week we want something else. So even our favorite artists, we challenge them to always be active, you know what I mean, and
True.
consistent. So I think that following winning formulas, is important. You kind of can't like reinvent the wheel. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You gotta like kind of just follow successful individuals and you study them. There are some legendary people that I study,
Yeah.
and I look to emulate in a sense, but ultimately I want to project, my authenticity and who I am.
Yeah. Definitely, man. So I know you're helping people promote themselves and you're hosting parties, but with your writing, man, do you see yourself taking that further, like writing books or you
Yeah, most definitely. I always tell people I wanna take over when the legends like Sway and Elliot and Dayton, and Shaheem, when they kind of go and just enjoy their legacy. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
sit down and give
you
the next person a shot. I want to take over for them.
want to step right in, right?
Step right in. I was telling Rob Markman it's either me or him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I want to step right in and take the torch for this generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So tell me a little bit of your background. Like, what gives you that drive? Because you're very, very driven. You're making sure that you're making your face known to people.
Yes.
What's giving you that push? What's
Family. I come from a hardworking family.
yeah,
We've never been the type to look for a handout. Everybody that's close to me works hard, so it's driven. Driven people will push you. You know what I mean?
true.
Also, where I'm from Dykeman. A lot of times you see me hashtagging 200 block. It's Dykeman.
Yeah,
It's a great place. Drake got the line in the song, nobody was famous where I live. So I
yeah,
just kind of want to be the one to like put it on the map. But, collectively, there's a lot of us up there that's working. So I'm not saying that, it's just about me, but I
yeah,
want to
yeah,
be, I want to be part of that push that just, what I mean, takes Dykeman to the next level. Of course, people know it, what I
yeah,
mean, for some negative things, but most importantly for basketball.
yeah,
Shout out my mentor, Kenny Stevens. I'm proud to see what he's done with that. So it's like how neighborhoods have their time, right? You have
True.
Marcy, you have Highbridge, you have Queensbridge, you have Southside. Like I want us to just I want you to talk about Dykeman in the same light, and I want to be a part of making that happen.
Of course, man. Of course. So can you tell us a little bit, like if I'm going to a Jason Bourne event you're hosting, what can we expect? What's the Jason Bourne experience?
A good time, man. I'm a people person. I know I got like this. People kind of say like this presence or demeanor. I'm a bigger guy. I get the Suge Knight comparisons all the time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And that's cool. He did his thing, but I'm just like a cool guy. I'm like a cool kid. I'm just a regular Joe. Chip off the old block. So when you come hang out with me, I want to have a good time. I want to make sure everybody's smiling and having a good time, and we keep in mind what we came here for.
true.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just about like positivity, you know what I mean? Whether it's the culture, whether it's supporting each other, you know what I mean? That's what the Jason Bourne experience is all about.
Definitely, man. So 2018 is coming. What can we look forward to for from Jason Bourne 2018?
Some more content. I want to get into more roles as a creative director.
Mm,
Like I said, I study a lot, so I watch. In the transition, you got to be ahead of the trends. You
true.
know what I mean? Web series were big. Now, in the media sector, segments are big. You know what I mean? People are paying for content. Look at all these ways that things are being streamed and watched. And, you know what I mean? It's not so much about listening, it's about watching now.
True.
So, I want to start to, maybe produce some shows and just give you a little bit more of the real. It's a lot of people out here with a story to tell, and
Definitely.
I want to be, the outlet for that, for those voices to be heard. Because I'm a visual person. I'm a binge watcher.
Yeah.
I watch interviews all day. I watch vlogs. I watch documentaries. It's either that or sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I actually watched a TV show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No knock on TV shows, but you know what I mean? I'm an online kind of guy, so I feel like if I could deliver some cutting edge content, I think that I could see my name in lights one day.
Of course, and I think that's the trend anyway. I think a lot of things is just going towards online. We see Facebook, they got a channel now where they put
Hmm.
it on TV shows. So, do you see yourself like trying to get involved with um like a? Do you want to tie in with like a media company, or do you want to stay independent when you start producing your own content?
I want to start out independent. Freedom is everything to me,
True,
especially freedom and creativity. So I want to start out independent, but ultimately, yeah, I want to grow because in order to get to the top, you have to, use some of the resources that have the platform to get you to the top.
of
So I
course,
definitely want to get into that, but I think that we live in an independent era, you know what I mean, or generation. So when people see that you're able to do it for yourself, they don't have no problem with coming to do business with you. We don't really live in the time of handouts or help. It's more so relationships, opportunity, you know what I mean, and business. So that's my thing.
yeah, definitely. And I think honestly, I see it's a good thing that you say that you're constantly online because I think that's where the world is like moving. Like it's things,
Hmm.
it's things that's going on that people who don't really check their email, check their Facebook like that. It's things
Yeah.
going on out in the world that they don't even know about. Like stuff that
Yep.
they're missing. It's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand people that like don't check their emails or check their social media stuff. Definitely like if you're in the business.
Yeah.
I'm sure people not going to do 12 selfies a day or nothing like
Nah,
that. But
nah, nah.
if you conducting business, then these are the mediums through which people contact you.
It's
So you
true.
have to be ever present. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just a personal question I want to ask for you because
Hmm.
this is something that I kind of struggle with. How do you see like monetizing your content? How do you see like within the next year or so? Like, okay, you build yourself up, you got a following now, and people are watching you. How do you see yourself figuring out ways to monetize yourself?
I feel like once you get to to that level of having a bigger platform, people will use you to promote what they're doing and advertise. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So it's like it's no different than why the bigger shoe companies pick the players that they choose, because they know that they're now going to be the hub for like a direct to consumer relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your favorite basketball player, you are pretty likely to wear the sneaker that he's wearing. Your favorite artist, you are pretty likely to drink what he's drinking or drive what he's driving. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's how you monetize it. I feel like in the context of what you're doing, you need to always do it for the love,
Mm.
but surrounding that, you will be able to create revenue streams because people will identify you as someone that has their finger on the pulse of what's going on, and a person who has an audience. Once you have an audience, you're able to drive home a message. People will pay you to help them get their message across.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Thank you, because I need that. And I guess that I don't want to try to monetize too soon and then draw people away. So I guess you're right. I got to make sure I just keep building the following.
Yeah, definitely. It's about a following. You know what I mean? And people, I feel like there's always room for true creators and authentic individuals. You know what I'm saying? For a while, my sister Malika, he's always talking about energy and the spirit and the vibe. Also, my partner on Lyrically Live, Choice, always talks about these things, and I feel like it's true. If a person could connect with you and your vibe,
Yeah,
they're likely to do business with you. You know what I mean? And then they go and check and say, "Wow, he has a following. Oh man, there's so much we could do with that following." Your following is your audience. You know what I'm saying? You look at anybody that's successful, they have those who come to them for what their niche is.
that's true. Absolutely right. So and you just mentioned Lyrical Lab. So you're doing your writing, you're hosting, you're doing PR work, and you're doing radio, man.
Yes,
Wow,
every Friday, 7 to 9.
powerful. That's this. I mean, definitely, that's definitely inspiring that you wearing so many hats and you're making sure you're keeping yourself out there.
Thank you,
Like,
my brother. Yeah, I'm here for the people, man. Like a lot of people get on me. I have this thing when I'm like, man, I'm from the projects, and they always like, oh man, you gotta stop saying that. It's really just my humility that says
yeah,
that. It's
yeah,
not like no over glamorization of anything. It's just me understanding where I'm from and understanding where I'm trying to go, and being thankful for the opportunity to do so. You know what I'm saying? That's what grounds me. I'm always in my neighborhood, touching the people, rocking with them, you know what I'm saying, bigging them up the same way they bigging me up.
of course, man. Well, let people know how they can reach out to you, man, because I see big things happening in the next year. Let people know how they can reach out.
Thank you, man. You can hashtag 200 block with 2Ks. That's 200BLOKK. Instagram and Twitter is BASQUIATLXENTS. You can hashtag Lyrically Live, hashtag Jason Bourne Experience, spelled straight through the way it sounds, just like the movie. And I'm outside working, man, for event hosting, event coverage, radio, promotion, public relations. Just looking for a really cool person that likes to work hard. I'm your guy.
Yeah, man. Thanks again, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, man.
I mean, I might need some services from you, man.
Man, I'm here for you too, man. Let's work. I'm always down.
There you have it. There you have it. That's my interview with Jason Bourne. Excited to have him. Excited about what's going to be happening over the next year or so with him. All new artists, hit him up. Check out his services. Cool energy, great, inspiring guy to be around. I'm excited. So this is the last episode of the year. Thank you guys for your continued support. We're gonna just hold up on an episode over the next couple of weeks. Let everyone enjoy their families and don't have to stress about social media and things of that nature. Just kick back, relax, and reflect on the year. And the first of the year, we're gonna be back and knock you over the head with these new episodes and great conversations. All right. So as always, hit me up. I Hate Average Podcast on Instagram. I Hate Average JAY on Twitter and Snapchat. And you can always email me show@averagej.com. Man, I'm really, really excited about 2018. Got a lot of cool announcements. And I'll talk to you guys in January.